Hello, everyone. I can't believe it's Saturday and another wonderful week has just flown right by, but it has. This week I visited 4 clubs: Florence, Eugene Emerald Valley, Cottage Grove, and Springfield Twin Rivers. Folks keep asking if these visits are wearing me down, but actually it's just the opposite. They're really energizing me. So let me show you why. Monday night I drove an hour up the coast from Coos Bay and gathered for dinner in Florence with President Mike Webb and the Florence Rotary Club leadership team. I got to know Mike last year when he attended Rotary Leadership Institute sessions in Corvallis. Mike prepared for his year, and it's showing results. Florence Rotary is consistently, year after year, a strong performer that makes a difference at home and abroad by leveraging its own incredible fundraising with Rotary Foundation grants. It was a very nice evening we enjoyed, learning about the club and its opportunities. Afterwards, I retired to one of those foggy coastal evenings we coasties have learned to love. But the next morning, I awoke to a beautiful fall day, then later headed over to the Florence Events Center for the Florence Rotary Club meeting. Pulling into the parking lot, I immediately spotted a wonderful sign promoting the meeting, and of course with all the proper Rotary visual guidelines met. Take a look. No surprise here, Florence Rotarian Sadie Ward co-chairs our District 5110 Communication and Public Image Committee and also serves as the Zone 25 Assistant Public Image Coordinator. I wondered what all the plastic pink flamingos were doing all over the grounds, and then it became almost immediately clear. I was ceremoniously flocked by a very distinguished greeting team.
This could be going on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. That's why I stepped over here.
And we brought you a headband all your own.
Well, I think it'll fit. Good morning, everybody.
President Mike rang the bell and we were off to the races with a fully packed meeting that started by awarding $1,700 to 4 local organizations. Then, Polio Plus Society recognitions were presented, and by the way, that's Sadie adorning the pink flamingos. Dr. John Egger and A.G. Crystal Farnsworth were presented with Paul Harris recognitions, and then Crystal formally introduced the district governor. That'd be me. My talk shares a personal experience with a Rotary Punch, demonstrating a message over 1 million readers have learned thanks to this concentration camp survivor's story. If you've heard the talk, you know who this man is. If not, coming soon to a Rotary Club near you. Stay tuned. It was a privilege to recognize Dr. Brian Holmes as one of the club's most inspirational Rotarians. I liked that Brian witnessed that it's been giving to the foundation by all of us that has allowed him and others to undertake the life-changing international service projects that he's done. And I recognized former Assistant Governor Ron Caputo for his decades of selfless service. Ron is a local inspiration and true global grant champion. Thanks, Ron. Florence exchange student Eric from Germany speaks 4 languages and has a great sense of humor that the club enjoys. And I enjoyed it, and it was nice meeting him, that's for sure. And I love connecting with former Rotary classmates. Tim Salisbury, Lisa Walter Sedlacek were both club presidents in 2000-2001. That was the year I was president of Coos Bay North Bend Rotary. Wednesday morning, I met with Eugene Emerald Valley Rotary Club leadership team at Dickie Joe's near Valley River Center in Eugene. This is what I'd say is a very seasoned club with so many past presidents. It's been a challenge to get someone to serve as president every year. And so this year, the club is following a rotational leadership approach. For the current quarter, Bill Reinhardt is serving as president. I candidly told this club they're a conundrum to me. Given the struggles I had getting someone from the club to attend PETS, that's President-Elect's Training Seminar, in Seattle earlier this year, and looking at the club's declining membership and the large number of honorary members, I think they have 13 or 14, I could have easily missed the fact that this club is making a huge impact in the world and also locally. It has projects underway in Uganda, South Africa, and India, and locally supports Food for Lane County as well as other local projects. The club's amazing international impact is largely due to the selfless work of Dr. Steve Marks. Steve recently completed a 3-year term as the District 5110 Global Grants Chair. We had an engaging discussion about membership and where the club wants to be in 5 years. Membership is, of course, every club's challenge, but the challenge is especially important for small clubs with aging members like this one. I enjoyed my time with these Rotarians, and I especially enjoyed recognizing Debbie Sullivan and Dean Martin as the club's most inspiring Rotarians this year. After the meeting, I posed for a photo with club charter members Randy Snyder and Daryl Egbert, and also with my 2009-2010 club president classmates, Randy and Kent Gibbons. And then it was really, really great to have a few minutes with visiting Eugene Southtown Rotarian Dr. Jay O'Leary. Jay was a pillar of the Coos Bay North Bend Rotary Club for many, many years, my home club again, before Jay relocated to Eugene. Wednesday night, I drove down to Cottage Grove for dinner with Club President Joe Rad and members of his leadership team, which included Robert Ball, who also serves as our District 51 treasurer, a really big volunteer job. Cottage Grove Rotary supports students with local scholarships, undertakes community improvement projects, and leverages foundation grants to do literacy projects in Thailand, thanks largely to the inspiration and leadership of club member Chandra Lahusen. Chandra was honored a few years ago in the White House as a champion of change, and she is. President Joe rang the bell Thursday noon, and Cottage Grove Rotary was once again convened. Following introductions and announcements, Assistant Governor Justicia Trzynowski graciously introduced me, and my talk for the club followed. One of the things I enjoy most about these club visits is recognizing those Rotarians identified by their club president as being most inspirational. President Joe singled out Chandra for her humanitarian service, although she was out of the country during the week. He also singled out Cottage Grove City Planner Amanda Ferguson for her instrumental help with the club's grants and fundraising. At my discretion, I also gave a big shout out to Robert Ball for his tireless service as our district treasurer. I had really wanted to meet club member Karen Munsell because I learned that Karen decided to join Rotary right after hearing past District Governor Claudette McWilliams' inspiring talk last year. She promised not to leave after hearing mine, and thank you, Karen. I don't think I'd have lived it down. Many of you know the final scenes of National Lampoon's classic film, Animal House, were filmed in Cottage Grove. After club, President Joe took me out to see and touch an amazing relic from that film, the Deathmobile. Can't you just sense the spirit of the late, great John Belushi? Take a look. Thursday night, I caught up with Springfield Twin Rivers Rotary President Catherine Brubaker at Public House, one of downtown's new pubs located in a converted church. Having retired from the city, it's pretty gratifying to see downtown's revitalization progress as it is. And it was really, really great to reconnect with Twin Rivers past president Bob Dewey. Bob is retiring as the city's finance director and moving to North Carolina in 2 weeks. He was the first person I met when I moved to Springfield 15 years ago, and he's a great Rotarian. Twin Rivers has always been one of our district's consistent performers. They're hands-on, not just check writers. Friday morning, President Catherine was already setting up for club when I arrived at 6:30, and that's dedication. It's always fun to reconnect with classmates. Richard Kimball was Twin Rivers club president when I was president of the Springfield Club in 2009-2010. President Catherine rang the bell, and the meeting progressed with announcements and introductions. The Great Rotary Raffle, formerly known as the Great Rotary Duck Race, is on everyone's minds these days. I'm happy to say that I've done my part, and so here's to another awesome fundraiser that benefits lots of kids in Lane County. Assistant Governor Justicia Trzynowski introduced her special guest, Damon Burian, and there's a great story behind this. Damon had overheard me demonstrate how to answer a "What's Rotary?" question for one of the club members and was interested in learning more, and so he joined Justicia at club the next morning. Twin Rivers may have a new member in the works, and this proves once again that we should all have our Rotary elevator speech ready to deliver at a moment's notice. It's truly a privilege to visit all these great clubs in our district and for the warm reception I'm given with the opportunity to share my message about how Rotary changes lives, and it does. I wrapped up the week Saturday morning with an online video conference facilitated by Zone Education Team Chair Michael Urich for some of my classmates. The topic was how to get the most out of the time my Zone 25-26 classmates will be spending with our own governor-elects and governor nominees next month at the Zone Institute in Reno. I'm certain that Governor-elect Rick and Governor nominee Cindy will be pretty fired up after their half week of training that precedes the time I'll get to meet with them after what's called Gets and Nats, their governor training. And I'm certain the future of District 5110 is in great hands after my term as governor ends. And so then for this week...
That's all, folks.
Please remember to dream big, have fun, get stuff done, and be the inspiration. Bye-bye.